This is a review of the Nitecore EA45S bundle. In it you'll find 4 rechargeable nickel metal hydroxide batteries, each rated at 2,300 milliampere hours. You'll find the flashlight itself, which is quite powerful. It has a output of 1,000 lumens. And then here you have a warranty card, a good instruction manual. You'll find here a lanyard, and also you have a ballistic nylon belt holster to carry the flashlight in. The first thing you want to do is fully charge the batteries, and after they're fully charged, you want to insert them in the flashlight. This is the first flashlight I've ever gotten from Nitecore that doesn't have the direction of the batteries posted on the inside, so you really have to look at what you're going to do. The first 2 batteries go in with the positives down, and that's on the side with the switch. You see the switch here? And then the other 2 batteries go in with the negatives down, so that way you're ready to mount this. You'll see this spring here and the little button cap that touches the batteries. You want to push this down on there, and you want to tighten it down, and make sure you tighten it so that it's going on straight and not cross-threading. In here you can see the threads. These threads need to be lubricated about every 6 months. If they get dirty, you need to wipe them with a clean cloth, put some silicone on them, and then when you do that, it helps to make sure that they don't gall together and ruin the flashlight. It helps to protect the threads on both this, and if you look down here, you'll see this silver wheel that's threaded. That's what's threading this into the flashlight. Here you'll see a location for the lanyard to be mounted, and it's always good to use the lanyard. I like that because it serves a couple of functions. It keeps you from dropping the flashlight and perhaps breaking it. It keeps you from dropping it in the water when you're out boating or fishing or out hiking across the river. So it's good protection. It's also nice if you have gloves on. You can put this on and tighten it, and it keeps you from dropping the flashlight. The nice thing about this is even with the lanyard on, you can stand this up and put it in the candlestick mode, and you can set it on a picnic table, for example, when you're inside of a shelter, and light up a whole room. Inside of the unit, you'll see a deep well mirror. It has what they call a micro texture mirror surface. It's very, very deep, very shiny, and it helps this project a light beam up to 402 meters in distance. That equals 1,319 feet. The nice thing about this is it's very well made. This is an extruded piece. It's very rugged. It's nicely machined with fins here to allow the dissipation of heat. You'll see the sides have a pattern in them to improve your gripping, and this is very thin, so it gives you a very good grip on this flashlight. I really like this a lot. I've been using this for a couple of days, and I really like the quality and the brightness. This thing can really put out the light. This thing is designed to withstand drops of 1.5 meters, which is roughly 4.92 feet. Very rugged. It's also designed to be submerged in water up to 2 meters of depth. That way, if you're going across the stream or you drop it accidentally, it's not going to ruin the flashlight. It's rated to IPX8, which means it can be permanently submerged. I do recommend that you not drop it in water when it's hot and been on for a long time, because the temperature shock can damage a flashlight. The flashlight has 2 buttons on it. This one is the power button, and this one is the mode button. So you can switch between it. There's 5 lighting levels. If I press this, you can see it's on just barely. That's the low mode. That's 1 lumen, and it will do this for 416 hours. Now I can press the mode button, and there's the low light. That's the equivalent of 45 lumens for 35 hours. There's the medium light, or 210 lumens for 7 hours. This is the high beam at 430 lumens for 2 hours and 45 minutes. And this is the turbo mode at 1,000 lumens. And I got to tell you, this thing is really impressive for running on AA batteries to get 1,000 lumens. In addition to that, if you press and hold the button, it goes into the strobe mode to blind an attacker. If I press and hold the mode button for 1 second, it now goes into the beacon mode, which helps to have rescuers locate you. If you press and hold it for 1 second again, it goes into the SOS mode and sends the SOS signal. You also have the quick access modes. If you press the power button and hold it for a second, you get the very low beam. If you turn it off and you press and hold the mode button for 1 second, it automatically goes into turbo mode. As you look down at this, you'll see the lens. The lens is made of a high quality mineral glass with a reflective coating on it. Very clear, helps project the beam a long distance. When you first insert the batteries and put the tail cap on, or if you press this mode switch quickly, you'll see the power button flash. In this case it flashed 3 times. What that means is that 3 times means the battery charge level is above 50%, twice means it's below 50%, and once means it's below 10%, and it's time to recharge the batteries. If you like, you can press both of these buttons at the same time, and the flashlight will enter a lockout mode. You saw it flash, and now the buttons here are locked, and they won't turn the flashlight on. In this mode, the flashlight will stay in standby, and the batteries will stay active and charged for approximately 18 months. So that's a good way to secure the flashlight. If you want to turn it back on, press and hold them for 3 seconds and you can see it came on. Here you can see the flashlight in the holster. Pull it down, the Velcro holds it in place. On the back side you have a loop for your belt, and there's a plastic loop here that you can put a carabiner through, so you could clip it onto your backpack or your belt loop, for example. We're going to shoot that wall down there. It's about 30 feet away, and show you how bright this flashlight can get into a dark room. Here you can see the flashlight in the ultra low mode. That's to extend the battery. Now when I shine it 30 feet away, you can see that it just barely lights up the wall. This is the low mode, the medium mode, the high mode, and at that point right there you can see the larger circle of light. It's lit up an area about 35 feet in diameter. And then this is the turbo mode, and it's extremely bright. I used this flashlight yesterday. I tell you what, I was impressed with it. If I press this now and hold the button, it goes into the strobe mode, which you can see will blind any attacker. Here you can see it's gone into the beacon mode. This is what you use if you're out camping or something and somebody's looking for you. You can turn this on. It makes it nice and easy for them to find you. And if I press the button here, it goes into the SOS mode to send out an SOS signal. I'm really impressed with this flashlight. I'm going to rate it at 5 stars. I particularly like its size. It's ideal for a child or for a woman to carry, and yet it's bright enough to do security work around your home. Great flashlight, great product. This review is done by JJ CEO. I'd like to tell you I received a sample for test and evaluation, and I didn't promise a review, but I promised if I gave one, it would be fair and honest.